what I was going to say before too, you know when you get changed at those stores, at the shopping centres, like you're going and buying your clothes and you try and either shorts or jeans or hoodies, whatever. You're getting changed. Thanks, bro. I was spiraling.
I tried to pull you. I was like, where is he? Why are you exaggerating like that? Just say it. Like,
I felt like I was drowning.
You sort of look, you're actually like sitting in the seat like jeans, shorts, jumpers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Morokaii with 2 Eyes. We're back on every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7 a.m. on Spotify and 4:30 p.m. on YouTube. Prime is crazier than the toilet paper finasco.
Wow, dude, I forgot all about that toilet paper propaganda. That's crazy. Yeah. That was, dude, that's 3 years ago now. That's ridiculous.
Fucking enough time for us to redo school again because Jesus Christ, we're so fucked in the head.
No. This is just Sunday vibes.
Do you remember? I look back and I think, fuck, man, you struggled so much. Like writing an essay, I remember like I got an after school detention because like my teacher brought me in and was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "I don't know." And she explained it. And she goes through, she's like, "Do you see how many mistakes are here? Like you've got to start off with." She's like, "You started off talking about the book, and then you just went on talking about something random. Like, I don't even know what this is." And she's like, "What do you have to say for yourself?" I'm like, I don't know how to write.
I don't want to be here.
I'm trying to sleep mid-class. I'm missing everything you're saying.
I'm struggling. I need help.
I'd love to restart just with a coffee and actually like try to focus. But I think if I did, like I'd be like 10 minutes in and be like, "Oh no, I remember this shit's boring." Like, it's so boring.
Starting off all like studious and all that. You got like your glasses on, your reading glasses, pencil behind the ear, taking notes. You're like, "Yes, miss, I'm doing very well, miss."
I think we should all get extra homework if that's okay.
Buttons completely done up with your blazer. Oh. I'm so proud being a student here.
Oh. No, I think I'm trying to think at that stage, was there anything that was related to Prime with the craze? Was there anything that as kids we ran to supermarkets after school? It's like, it's got to be in stock. It's got to be in stock. It's got to be in stock. Because right now in Australia, Prime's dropped and you're seeing videos of kids going fucking nuts.
And like demanding it, like as soon as like a Woolies opens, they're running under the bloody roller door, like and all that. And I'm like, in my head, because you were able to get it early, thank you to your beautiful partner.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, it's just not that good. Like it really, it's really not worth what you're doing.
Isn't that fact that like, cause Rach got it for me so long ago?
I'm glad you did,
and it's like, oh, I'll beat you all to the punch. Yeah, we did pay $25 a bottle.
Yeah, but you still had it.
No. Rach actually got really lucky every time she bought it. I think there was one stage she went online and she's like, "Oh, I was buying pre-workout. It was just there." It's like, it's not just there.
Yeah, it doesn't just do that.
Let me show you. I'll go get. Oh, it's sold out. I'm like, yes, I think you were on there the exact moment.
Yeah, you somehow got lucky both times. Lightning struck twice for Rach.
I want them to bring the energy drink because the one energy drink I've tasted is fire.
Out of curiosity, how did you go about that? Because the caffeine that's in that is not the legal limit that you can have in Australia. So how have you bypassed that?
Well, we're going to have to ask her because she got me one and then she bought me a 12-pack and it was on its way here and it was saying it's getting delivered and then it didn't show up. So she had to get a return and I think it was Amazon was like, if you haven't received your order by now, request a return. So she got a return on money, but I was expecting like a 12-pack.
That would have been elite.
Yeah, I know. So
because I remember you saying that. You're like, man, Prime Energy is like tenfold better than Prime Hydration.
I think so. The Prime Hydration, it needs to be refrigerated.
Oh, definitely. Pro tip to anyone that hasn't done it: refrigerate before you try, and make sure you shake the bottle as well. But even doing that, man. So I remember the initial first taste test that I did here in your kitchen.
The droplet. Oh, that one. Yeah.
Well, the original droplet, but then also, that's so true. Still to this day, the best flavors I would have to go is like lemon, lime, blue raspberry, and then I would say orange.
Yep.
Grape is just disappointing. I don't think they've I think that flavor's discontinued. Like that flavor just didn't sell well at all.
Yeah.
Metamoon, I still to this day have no idea how to describe that taste and or flavour to anyone.
It's the moon, bro.
I guess. It's just weird. And then you've got ice pop, which I was going into it being like, this is going to taste like lemonade, because I just assume an ice pop is lemonade. That's some medicinal bullshit flavour that's fucking disgusting. Even cold,
crushed up with like water.
Even cold,
so
it doesn't. It's not great.
Yeah.
And I know that for a fact they're pushing Tropical Punch as this all-time mighty amazing. That's even worse. Yeah. That's the worst of the lot,
bro. Oh, the Tropical Punch is so bad. Like it's like medicine. But as I said to Lee before, I couldn't. Like I think about when I played footy, like under 14s, like running around with kids and. Like halfway through, an orange and a Gatorade was like heaven. Like it's like
it was at half
Gatorade
time. It was perfect.
Mate, I don't want to smash a prime halfway through. It's too much sugar.
So I bring lemon lime prime to one of my basketball games because I was like flex, but like
little flex.
you had to, man. Like look what I got. I had it at half time, and I reckon the whole time that I was drinking it at half time, I was just like, "Oh, this is sweet." This is so sweet. And it's not like I went out on the court and like played better.
You may as well have bought a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Dude, it's ridiculous. It's so sweet.
Dessert.
Like, what KSI and Logan have done, credit to them, like, they're both pro marketers and stuff like that. Like, they are marketing the shit out of it. They just signed with, like, the LA Dodgers as well. I just saw.
Some of the UFC.
Yeah, the UFC, Arsenal, like, what they've done is incredible, but as an actual hydration drink, that shit's way too sweet.
Yeah, it is. The thing that they have mastered, though, is the bottle itself.
Oh, the bottle, that's what I mean. Like, you see it on display here. Like, it just looks clean.
Yeah, if they keep coming up with custom, like, bottles like that, I'll be like, oh, yes, please.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, you've hooked me on alone just with the bottles. The presentation of the product.
That's it.
Is what it's about. But, like, these kids, man, in Australia, it's just nuts. Woolworths now has, like, a limit where some Woolies you can only buy 2 or 5 bottles, but then people, like, they buy their 5, then they come back in the store, buy another 5 and all that. The reselling, by the way, that I've seen on TikTok, there's kids selling the bottles at school for $10 a drop, man. And I'm just like, just wait. As much as you might hate it and you want to be like one of the first people to have Prime in Australia, whatever it is, make your bullshit TikTok review. Just wait and get it for $4. It is not, I'm sorry, if you're paying $10, you're getting ripped off.
I mean, I guess it's the convenience thing that they don't then have to wait outside of Woolworths with their scooters and bikes to rush in and get it. That's probably they're probably paying $6 just for
the
I don't have to run to Woolworths and compete with other scooter kids.
If the kids aren't keeping it cold though, then you're not even really trying Prime.
But bro, I find it funny that when we like worked in the supermarket, that I actually compare this to when people were rushing to get toilet paper, because the adults acted the exact same as the kids are acting now. Like the kids are, you go, oh, the children, look at them, they're lining up.
What do you mean you don't have Prime? Is it out the back? Is it out the back? Is it out the back? When will we get Prime? Leave me the fuck alone.
They're sprinting to the area, and don't worry, I love when like you watch the videos like walk, and then you see like 3 out of the like 15 people go, okay, I'll walk, and then they see no one else doing it.
Yeah, and just run.
Fucking got me, didn't you?
Pushing people.
I'll come back to complain to your manager about you.
Well. It's like, I had the button, I had it first. It's like, it's not that good. Like, it just isn't that good. You don't need to fight about this.
And I'm like looking at these kids like pushing each other, like grabbing the Prime, grab as many as they can. And I specifically remember looking down an aisle and seeing older people, like parents, do that to other
dude,
people.
It was crazy. I love as well, like the customers with that whole toilet paper thing. I remember them being like, oh, that's right. So there's none out on the shelves for us, but I'm sure the staff have it out the back. It's like,
oh my God.
Mate, my manager was like, we're the last people to get toilet paper.
Do you know
all of it goes to use and then it goes to me.
Yeah. Do you know what was so funny? I didn't give a fuck about that because the people come in and be like, oh, do you get it out the back? And I'm like, yeah, I came here at 6 a.m. and I didn't put much, because I'm not allowed to. But yeah, I put salmon and some chicken and some veggies in there. I did. And then I was like, if you want to do the same, come work at a supermarket. Because the pay's not that fucking great. The hours aren't either. So yeah, I'm going to grab some chicken and
I'm not getting thanked by the government.
Yeah.
For my hard work, but the fucking doctors and nurses are.
And it's like, you're happy to yell at me and you're happy to take this off me, and you wouldn't care what happens to me. You couldn't care less. Like, let's be simple. So I'm going to be this fucking same to you. What? Do you think I've got a uniform on? I'm meant to care about your feelings? Fuck off, Donna.
I remember being so petty when pasta finally came in because I just wanted pasta so bad. And that pasta shells came in and I was like, everyone can go get fucked. I'm taking 4 packets and I don't fucking care.
Bro, so I remember this one guy. I had this was when I was on that way out from that job, so I was just
your care factor was nil.
And I think we had the power completely go off in the store.
Oh,
and when that happens,
that was always
you have to grab everyone's trolleys, put them out in the big fridge. You're not allowed to sell any items at all.
Yeah, because the registers then go fucked. And
yeah, you can't. Then you're out on everything. So many times they were like, the minute the power goes out, you cannot serve anyone. You have to put everything back in their trolley. You have to apologise. Let them know that you cannot put anything through the till.
How bad is it when people are like, but can I still pay card? And all that, or like you shut the doors and people are sitting there and it's like, so when can I come in? It's like, how the fuck when it comes back on, you fuckhead.
Right. It was so...
like you're pushing people out of the supermarket and it's like, can I just come in and grab this? It's like, no.
Yeah.
Because then everyone else has to do that.
But that's the thing. I had one guy come through and he had a bag, like this older guy, he had a bag of tomatoes and like bread. And he goes to go through, he's like, oh, I've got the money here. And he had a heap of change in his hands. Like, I'm sorry, man, I can't do it. Like, I have to put everything away, and I'm trying to deal with other people.
Yeah, as you are, because you have to.
And he's like, no, just count it up, because it's tomatoes and bread. I'm like, man, I can't. It's gonna put our stock out, and he's like, oh, it's a tomato and bread, mate. Come on. And that's when I'm like, mate, I don't make the fucking rules. Like, I was literally like, don't get me wrong. I get where you're coming from. Yeah. I know that it's just a couple of tomatoes and bread. But the thing is, if I do it for you, then I have to do it for the woman for the trolley. And then I'm having these arguments with everyone. So I just cracked it and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And not only that, there was a Woolworths not even 20 meters opposite us.
It's just, So
I'm like, go across the road. And he's like, oh, you want me to go to a competitor? I was like, yes, we have no power. I was like, you want to get fed, don't you? Then go across the road. And he's like, oh, this is just ridiculous. And I was like, and that's when I just cut everything. I just went, mate, I'm going to be completely honest. I do not care at all. I couldn't care less about your tomatoes and your bread. Just know I'm not putting you through. Get along. And he's just, and then he stepped up, like kind of stepped up to my face. He's like, oh, you think you're a real tough guy, aren't you? I was like, no. Really, I don't. Not over tomatoes and bread. I'm like, just leave. I'm not serving you. Deal with it. And he's just like, oh, I'm coming back to the manager. I'm like, they always say that. And then I can always spin it, so it's fine. Fuck off. I still remember I got a massive complaint once to me, like came through on like
an email.
Yeah, and I just print off. I was like, delete.
Dude, that's so funny though, because like I remember obviously, having mates as well, and the customer be like, that's it, I'm sending in the complaint. And I just see it and be like, oh, that one's going to the deleted folder, and then I'll just delete that one completely. But otherwise, man, it's so easy to spin it though, especially if it's a staff member that is notoriously like good in like that sense. It's so easy to spin it being like, no, the customer was just a fuckwit.
It is.
And then your manager's on your side 9 times out of 10.
Oh, I would say,
like, really?
You would have to have a staff member that's a bit of a fucking flog for you to actually be like, I'm on the customer's side. Like, whenever I had arguments with customers, I never once arced up to someone who was respectful or nice.
No,
and
that's
there was some people who had like pretty average returns. Like, if they were rude, I'd be like, this isn't happening. But they came up polite and they were nice about it, and I was like, I'll give you a return. Fuck it, I'll give you 50% off too.
That's the thing though. It's all about how you go about the situation.
Do you know one time I went to, I don't know, one of the clothing stores. It would have been like Cotton On or I don't know, somewhere. Anyway, I got a shirt and I went out clubbing. I hated the shirt. Like, I was out dancing and I went to the bathroom. I went, you look like a fucking douchebag.
How bad is that?
I couldn't believe it.
And it's always a sales pitch. Because you're wearing it in the store and they're like, you look so good in that. And you're like, I do feel good in this.
Bro, the lighting in those fucking change rooms looks spot on.
You're like looking at yourself, you're like, fucking,
a sec. And when I came back, I just made up an excuse. I said, hey, look, I'm not going to lie. I took this out the other night. put it on. It's actually a bit too tight. And not only that, I just hate the look of it. I know I've taken the tags off. I know I'm not really meant to, but here's the receipt. Is there any way I can get some type of return or a discount? Because never going to wear this shirt again. I'm pretty unhappy with it. She's like, oh, because you asked like that and it was so nicely. Yeah, no, you can have the full return. No dramas. And I was like, no, still credit. She's like, no, cash, it's fine. She's like, I think she said, I had someone this morning who was just an absolute arsehole. And it's like, to see someone be nice about it. I'm like, exactly.
That's the thing. If you're not a dick or a wanker, then realistically, because I had the same thing happen at my work too, where like customers would come in, they're like, I don't have the receipt, but I'm just really sorry. Like I purchased it, and it's like, that's fine. Yeah. Like I don't mind about that. Like I'll go on.
Yeah. And but
then the other ones where it's like, so you're not going to give me a return? It's like, well, now I'm definitely not.
Yeah.
Like,
because if you're returning it, like the staff member, they have in their mindset, if you're being kind to them, then in their head it's towards you. Like they're like,
yeah, it's me as a
this
person,
major
like,
company. Why is it going to fucking matter if I return $100 of goods? That's literally 0.000000001%.
Yeah, they're not going to
they're not going to notice at all. But then when they're an ass to you, it's like you want to defend this company.
Yeah,
it's like,
just like,
how dare you?
Yeah.
These are my colours.
Yeah. That's our money.
Yeah.
Even though I'm never going to see.
There's rules for a reason.
I still remember.
Even though I'm stealing cheese and Bickies out the back on my lunch break.
I still will never ever forget when I had a customer come in and I don't know, we had the price wrong on something like that, like some like pizza, I think it was. He's like, the rule is if the price is wrong and a customer finds it, I get the product for free. I'm like, the fuck you do? I'm like, what the fucking rule is that? Turns out, no word of a lie, one of the rules at where I worked, in the smallest fucking fine print, if a customer finds something that's the wrong price, they get that product for free. I'm like, why as a fucking assistant store manager am I not told? Like, I look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I think I had that once.
And there's nothing worse than looking like an idiot in front of a customer, especially when you're in a power position.
Yeah, I think I had one woman who, the way she spoke, it sounded like she was a lawyer. And she got strawberries, and she did that exact line. It was something similar. And I think it's either where I worked, it was along the lines of you get that one for free, and then every one you have to pay after is the new price that's not displayed.
That's how I think it was for us.
Possibly. As well. I would always go along the lines of, no, you just get it. I'm going to find the price now. It's going to take me 2 seconds, and you're paying that. But this woman, it's like she knew every law there was. So the way she said it and how she said it, I was
it's like a lot of like jargon and like terminology that you were like, well, that's a bit over my head. Like,
and also I don't care. I was like, it's $3 strawberries. And I wanted to fight on it. I just wanted, and my manager's like, yep, no problem. Off you go. And I'm like, you can't be a cunt.
Yeah, that's another thing. I know that we've sort of shifted from prime to working in supermarkets, which is great. Yeah. But how annoying was it when someone would like they come in, it's like, you charge me an extra 20 cents. And I'm like, oi, I'm going to be honest. It's 20 fucking cents. I can understand if it's like $10, like plus, like even maybe like $6, but like $5 and under, I'm like, you're surely not going to kick up a stink about that.
I remember one time I had a woman come in and it was 5 cents. And like, I was in so much shock because she came back like 10 minutes later. And I was in so much shock that like I laughed and I went, oh my God. I was like, look, for that. And I don't know about you, but on our registers, if you got money that was a bit extra and the change was counted incorrectly, you just put a little, like it'd usually be 10 cents, 20 cents,
yeah, it would be nothing like crazy.
On top of the till because you don't want your till to be out.
Correct.
Anyway, because she did that, I was like, oh, it's your lucky day. You know what? That's so funny. Here's 20 cents. You've just made a profit. Good on you. And she's like, it's just little age. She's like, oh. I walked off.
I just can't believe like just the pettiness of some people about that stuff. Or even I'm not sure how it works with your work, but if like there was say a ticket from like the week prior, so then when like you scan the product, it's coming up as like the actual price because that's what it is for that week, but someone's like left like the ticket up and it's like $3.50 and it's like, no, it was $3.50 and then you'd have to like take the ticket off and you'd have to explain like, oh, really sorry, but this was last week's price. They've lifted the ticket up and it's like, well, I'm getting it at that price. And it's just like, you know what? I cannot be asked. Sure. Just fucking have it. Like, whatever.
I don't care.
You know what? Fuck it.
This is so minimal on my thoughts right now. Like, I'm thinking about so many other things.
Yeah, like this is the least of my worries today.
what I was going to say before too, you know when you get changed at those stores, at the shopping centres, like you're going and buying your clothes and you try and edit shorts or jeans or
you see
hoodies, whatever. You're getting changed. Thanks, bro.
Yeah,
I was spiraling.
I tried to pull you. I was like, where's he? Why are you exaggerating like that? Just say it.
I felt like I was drowning.
You sort of look, you're actually like sitting in the seat like jeans, shorts, jumpers.
Bro, I was so worried. I felt myself in like this infinite loop of just naming like pieces of clothing. I was like,
hats, beanies, bracelets. You have them, I want them.
So yeah,
you're getting changed in the change room.
In the change room. How awful is it the stores that you go into and they don't have the mirrors in the change rooms? You have to get out and get in front of everyone.
Yeah, and they're like, "You look really good in that," and you're like,
I don't
fucking tell me.
Don't bring me attention. I don't want it. And I hate looking at myself because you don't want to. You can't just put something on quickly, go yep, and go back in. You've got to properly do like the poses,
do like the walk, and
especially if you like go clubbing back the days. Like, what's your usual dance?
Yeah, and there's always like that, like the either gentleman or like lady who's there, and they're always like leaning against the clothing rack, and they're like, really good in that. And you're like, don't watch me. Because I do some weird shit. Don't fucking watch. Or even the worst ones, how like you get out of the change room, it's like, how'd you go? And you're like, I was like, oh, that's all right, mate. Plenty more sizes. And you're just like, no, like it didn't look good. It's not gonna look good. I'm leaving.
Funny as fuck video. I think one of the shopping centers, like it's Connor that have that Connor. Type of. Shut up. That have that type of mirror. If we like a video skit would be so funny, like saying to this person's in the shop, oh yeah, like we're going out clubbing, like we love dancing, we want to get the most comfortable fit, and like you go in, I get really like loose pants, you get really tight pants, we get really tight short shirt, loose shirt, and we just go out and like, yeah, this look good, and then we just practice like the dance move, like the grinding, and like one by the grand like this one, my pants slowly fall off because they're too big. You're like uncomfortable because they're too tight,
bursting at the my guts out a bit over like the.
You doing that thing where you pretend to bend someone over? You doing the grind?
Like, you guys purchasing this? Oh dear God, no, not a chance.
Can you turn up the song?
Pump it up, you gotta pump it
Bring
up.
our own boom speaker.
Oh shit, that'd be great.
Yeah, but before we go, I don't think there was anything that's prime.
I really don't
rivaled
think
prime for us as a kid. Where
not
it's like
definitely
sprinting
not like
to stores.
Not a supermarket. I remember being fucking crazy when Tamagotchis came out.
Oh yeah.
I remember wanting one of them so bad. Like I was like, Mom, you got to take me to Kmart. We've got Tamagotchis. Like,
I can only think of midnight launches for Call of Duty.
But that's like nothing ever to do with like a beverage or like a food Like I've never ever seen people like
HSPs.
Oh, that could almost potentially be one. Yeah, when they seem to blow up, or like the new, like a lot of people are going to like any kebab shop to get one.
Yeah, HSPs were fucking massive. I'm not kidding. The idea, anytime I'd go into a kebab shop, if for anyone who probably, if they're international, might not know, HSP here in Oz, they were fucking huge. You go to
just like any kebab shop, like anyone that does like gyros meat or
and it was a big pile of chips covered in chicken and beef.
Lamb or beef.
Yep.
Or you could have it mixed. Usually with cheese. Some places would charge $2 for cheese.
I hated that.
Scummy. You don't need to.
And
your
normal sauces were the sweet chili, the mayo, and the barbecue.
Well, on it actually, I think it's hot chili sauce, garlic sauce, and barbecue.
Garlic sauce.
But I would always go, sweet chili, garlic, barbecue.
Yep.
And usually lamb as well,
mate. Don't get me wrong. The chips and some of the meat part and the cheese I did really love. When I watched like a group of like 5 men hover around one and that thing looked like disgusted throw up, it actually made me feel sick. Like when people were picking, I
hated sharing it. I would always just get like a small one.
Yeah, I get my own.
I just want to get my own. I don't want to share it with anyone. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of the time if you have a HSP, I feel like it's in you. Like you have it, you're like, oh, that feels good. And then I reckon about half an hour later, you're like, I need to go to the toilet. Like, it's going straight through me.
Yeah, definitely.
Like if you ever want to cleanse your system or your pipes, get a HSP.
destroyed.
There is
my life.
nothing. There is nothing left in you after HSP. Not to get too graphic. But yeah.
Guys, that was Morokaii 2 Eyes. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Boom.
Boom.